Come up, I want to show you more.
Oh, we got some
Just
more.
take your shoes off.
Yeah.
لا يزال الخير حيا لا يزال إن في الدنيا سلاما وظلال أخبر الأيام أنها في وصال قم بنا وانظر لآيات الجمال قم بنا وانظر لآيات الجمال.
Assalamu alaikum, checking in with you guys again, still here in Mostar, and look what I found. Very nice Dawah center, amazing, really great to find a place where you can come in. I think every town should have this, an information center. People want to know about Islam. What is the Quran? Who are the Muslims? And if we don't tell them, who will? The people who don't like Islam, who have an agenda and are fighting against the spreading of purpose, peace. So if we don't share the correct information, others will share the wrong information. So let's go in here and check it out. This is our brother Enko. Assalamu alaikum, Enko.
Assalamu alaikum.
Can you tell us a little bit about this center here?
Yeah, this is Center of Education. It's primarily used for Dawah, for educating people about Islam and educating people about Quran, how to learn the Arabic letters and how to pronounce properly from Quran, how to read Quran and how to memorize it. Then we have classes of fiqh. It's like a explanation of the religion, and a lot of religion classes, courses here for women, for men. We also have here like now material, some flyers on Bosnian language. We have. We are also not doing just dawah, like talk about Islam. We also do our humanitarian aid. We gather clothes for poor people. We in Ramadan we gave like 500 iftar, 500 meals in 1 month of Ramadan. We used to have every second day 4 or 5 women from our center went to the kitchen and they cooked the meals for students, for war invalids, for lone people, for elderly people, for poor people, and and they cooked. And then we have our minivan, and we went from one address to another, from one home to another, and we gave that food 2 times or 3 times a week in Ramadan. So also for workers that were working in Ramadan, that they are working when it's time to eat, we go and we give them food to eat. Also, we are doing humanitarian aid. We sent. We were having some gathering of money for refugees in Syria. We also are collecting money and building wells in Africa. Already we, alhamdulillah, we built 4 of the wells in Africa, and now we are collecting money for 5th well, and in Gambia, and also we are collecting money to build a masjid in Gambia, in Africa. Also we have school for teaching women how to sew sewing machine. So we educate women in that business, so they can, after they complete all courses on sewing, they can go and work for themselves, work from their houses, and start making their own money, you know. So that's the way we can help our Jamaat, help our community. The books about Salat. Is there a true religion? Islam Muslim, it's a lot of du'as here. Some about Tawheed. Also we have flyers on other languages that we give to tourists that comes here.
So anybody pretty much can come in here. You get a lot of tourists, people who are inquisitive, they want to know about Islam, the Quran. Everyone's welcome. Do you get a lot of traffic in here?
Of course. Every day there is some activities going on here.
I think you guys, if you're visiting Bosnia, Mostar, tell them I sent you. Come see Enko and experience the hospitality and get educated on this beautiful way of life. Hope to see you soon. Keep tuning.
Come up, I want to show you more.
Oh, we got some more.
Take your shoes off.
Yeah.
لا يزال الخير حيا لا يزال إن في الدنيا سلاما وظلال أخبر الأيام أنها في وصال قم بنا وانظر لآيات الجمال قم بنا وانظر لآيات الجمال.
Center of Education in Imanit. When you're in Mostar, make sure you come in and check out the beautiful center here where you can learn about Islam, Muslims, the Quran, and any other questions that you might have. Enko, is everyone welcome?
Of course, everybody is welcome. If you have any questions about Islam, you can come here. We will be happy to answer you. If we know, if we don't know, we will ask somebody that knows and deliver you the message.
Check out this tree here. You see, one creator, one God. He created the first man, Adam, and then you have all of the messengers. God, out of his love, he sent guidance. He didn't leave us to figure it on our own. He sent messengers and they all came with the same message. Worship the creator, not the creation, and prepare for the day of judgment, and after that, paradise, hellfire. And that same way of life has always been there. Submission to the will of the Creator, not the creation. And that's summed up today with one word, Islam. So this is that tree of the prophets, who are all Muslims, those who submit their will to God. It's been that same message. So I'm here with Enko, and we want to know, he just showed us the Dawah Center here. What was it, Enko, with you now? You know, you're a young man, you're a K-1 fighter, you left all that, you know, and you've been really active, you know, and sharing the purpose of life with people, sharing Islam, clearing the misconceptions out there, you know, doing your best. What was it about Islam, you know, that captivated you to have you really living it now?
You know, before I wasn't so religious. Then one person asked me something about Islam. We went to masjid and she asked me, what is this letters, you know, where Imam goes and he do khutbah on Friday, on Jummah. I said, I don't know. She asked me, what is this, you know, mihrab, where Imam go and pray. I said, I don't know. And I was so, what's the name?
Confused?
Not confused. I was sorry that I couldn't answer her, you know.
Yeah.
And then I told myself I need to learn this. What is this? So next time somebody asks me, I can tell them. So I start learning a little bit about Islam, and I start reading a biography of our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And more I read, more I get love into it, you know. More I keep reading it, I couldn't stop. And then, like day after day, day after day, every day I was reading about Islam. I was more in love with it. And then when I was like 17, 18, I started praying, and Alhamdulillah, I cannot imagine now my life without Islam, without Allah protecting me, and it's like unimaginable.
You took the time to start reading, investigating into the life of Prophet Muhammad.
Yes.
And that just fascinated you.
Yes.
Yeah. And ever since you've been establishing the prayer, we're seeing a lot of youth. Are you seeing that are also coming back to the masjids here? How is it? Seems like people before the masjids before the war, they were empty. I'm hearing that they're more full now.
Of course, during the time before war, it was like a shame to go to the masjid. Just the old people were going to the masjid, and the young people that were going to the masjid, they harassed them and they called them like old, and like they called them like grandpa. One older Muslim told me a story about his life. He 1970 and 1960, like that, he used to go to the masjid, he used to pray. He was like 15, 16 years old in that time. He told me that his neighbors gather around and always tease him, because he was going to the masjid. And that was in that time there was communism here, and they took one older woman, like 60-year-old woman, 70-year-old woman, and they bring her to him, and he said, "Look, we found your wife." He said, "I'm like 16 years old, I don't want some grandmother, And they say, "No, you are always in the masjid like an old guy, like a grandpa. You need a grandmother now. Let's get married. Let us get you married with her, and you will fulfill your life." And there was a lot of. It wasn't easy to keep your religion in that time. Now, Alhamdulillah, it's a lot easier to become a Muslim in Bosnia. To ask, if you ask somebody about Islam now, there's a lot of people that will deliver the message to you, that will answer your questions about Islam. If you don't see some people to answer you, there are a lot of books or TV shows or YouTube channels that can answer your questions about Islam. As from my case, I didn't ask anybody because I was a little bit afraid to ask somebody, because my friends didn't pray and like that, So I was afraid if I would ask them, they would tease me, So I went to the internet, download some book of Sirah, about life of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And I started reading it, and I say, wow, where was I? Like 18 years. Where did I put my 18 years? Why didn't I pray for 18 years? What was the purpose of my life? I didn't have any purpose. Now, Alhamdulillah, I have. And every day, I'm stronger and stronger, Alhamdulillah, in my religion, in my faith, and inshallah, now nothing can stand between me and Islam.
In your guys' experience here, what's one of the number one misconceptions that people who know nothing about Islam, be it people who might live here, who don't, practice, or people from the outside who come in to visit, the question that they ask, a misconception about Islam?
As we all know, a lot of media is giving the bad picture about Islam. So when they see me with beard, they always ask me, they said, this is new religion with beard, because last maybe 80 years that there wasn't like last 60 years, there wasn't a lot of Muslims with beard, you know, because Austro-Hungarian came here, the Ottoman Empire returned to Turkey, and later there was a few other governments, like there was a communist, there was like monarchy, then was Nazism here in the Second World War, that we were occupied by Germany. After that there was communism, and all of that government used to lower the Islam in the hearts of the people, you know. That was their main goal. So when they see me with beard, they said, you imported religion from Saudi Arabia. And then I show them pictures about my grandfather that used to have, you know, beard, like 100 years ago, 60, 70 years ago. All the women in Bosnia used to wear niqab, you know. Here is called faraja. Is the one of the types of niqab. They also don't show their eyes, you know. They used to wear that in Bosnia, like for a lot of couple of hundreds of years. And they used all to have beards. And then when they say to me, I have a new religion, like a religion imported from some other countries, I laugh. I just said I'm traditional Bosnian Muslim, you know, because my grandfather wear a beard, because mother of my grandmother, she used to wear niqab, you know. So that's the biggest misconception, that people, they don't remember the time before, like 1940, and they don't remember that time. They don't want to remember, you know. When they see pictures of people with beard, they got headache, you know, because it's not something they want to accept, you know. They want to be more modern, they want to be more like European style. Yeah, like that. It's the people, like, before they know you, they have a big fear from you, you know. They don't want to talk to you when they see you with beard, when they know you are Muslim. They don't want to talk to you. But when you introduce yourself to them in a right way, you have a right good talk to them, they change guard, you know. They like lower their guard, and they start listening to you. Your words start coming to their heart, and slowly, if they not change the way of their life on the better, like changing into the being practical Muslim, they change their mind, and they don't now harass other Muslims. And when somebody is talking bad about Muslims, they say, no, I talked to a Muslim, and I now know that things aren't like that as they show on media.
Wow, you come to another part of the world, and we're coming from the States, and we're dealing with a lot of Islamophobia and whatnot, and it just shows the shift, the change in the climate, and they got issues regarding the beard. And it's interesting that in the United States, it's actually fashionable. Everybody has it, almost, you know, celebrities and, you know, the ball players, sportsmen. It's like kind of the cool thing. So maybe they need to get, but most of all, it's cool with God. It's cool with Allah. You know, all the prophets have beards and whatnot. But we have a lot of issues, you know, that are out there that we should be focused on. One is connecting with God, you know, pure monotheism, really knowing the purpose of life, living the purpose of life, establishing the prayer, and unifying, you know, as one ummah, one community, to work towards a better place wherever we're at. And I see that that's, like you said, that's happening, huh? So what advice do you have for people now who are young, they're motivated, they got a lot of energy, and they look at you, K-1 fighter, sportsman, you train jiu-jitsu, you play. So now it's like the religion is becoming cool to be, you know, religious. That's the coolest thing, to be one who is submitted to the will of God, to know your purpose. But they're struggling, you know what I mean? What advice do you give to the youth?
I want to advise them to be open to everyone, you know, not to have any barriers inside of your head. If something isn't clear about somebody, don't ask another person about him. Go and ask him, you know. And if you want to know more about Islam, don't look at what Muslims do, you know, because a lot of Muslims don't represent Islam in the best light, you know. Like, for example, if you want to buy a car, you will not look at what is it a good driver that is driving that car. You will look how it is good car or not. You understand? It's like for Islam. If you want to know more about Islam, you will not look for some Muslims, you know. You will look about the best of the men, like Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. My advice to young people that are interested in Islam is just to have step by step. Don't rush it. Don't take it too much at once. Just go step by step. If you like love to listen to Islam once a week, go listen to Islam once a week. Later on, if you like praying one salat a day, pray one salat a day. Don't rush it, you know, because if you rush it too much, if you take too much, it will be too much to you, and it will then be heavier to you. Like for athletes, when they are lifting weights, for example bench press, when they are lifting, you cannot lift like 100 kilos first day. You can't. You need to every training you need to put more weight, more, and later you can lift 100 kilos. It's the same with Islam. It's the same with all of the things in life. If you are asking about Islam, and if you are interested, start asking about smaller things, you know. Start asking about who is the creator, why am I on this life. Don't start asking some questions about I don't know, polygamy or beard or something about what is Shia, what is Sunni, what is Salafi, what is, you know, these fractions. And start asking simple things, like if you are going to a school and you are like second grade, you cannot read a book from university, you know. It will just confuse you. It's like that on Islam. If you are just like 1 month into Islam, you cannot start learning things about that. Some scholars, big scholars, that are like confused about, you know. You need to go step by step in your learning, step by step in your practicing, and as it in life, you just need to take it easy, one letter after another, one step after a second step.
Enko, thank you very much. Hope you guys benefited from his experiences, his story. We're in Bosnia. We'll keep, inshallah, God willing, meeting some wonderful people and bringing you some of their experiences and stories. Stay tuned. Assalamu alaikum.